Welcome to Harman Masterclass. I'm your host, John Gagne, and in this series of videos, I hope to help you fix any kind of problem that you may encounter with your Harman pellet stove. All right, let's get to work. Hey guys, welcome to the Harman Masterclass series. In today's video, we're going to be changing out a combustion motor in a P43, and the combustion motor is the same in all the P series. In fact, the combustion motor is the same in a lot of Harman stoves, and a lot of stoves in general. They use the same kind of motor. But anyway, my name is John Gagne. Let's get started. First, what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the stove, and we're going to see if you can listen. I don't like the sound of this motor. I don't like the sound of it, so I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go like I'm starting it. All right, that didn't sound good. Since I'm going to sell the stove, I'm going to put in a new motor. Now that motor could last a long time, or maybe it could fail. And a lot of times when the motors fail, it's the bearings. It's all the cases I've seen is the pre-sealed bearings. They fail, and it makes noise, and then eventually it seizes. And a lot of times when it seizes up, it'll blow your circuit board too. Sometimes it'll blow a fuse and blow your circuit board. Rarely it don't blow your circuit board. Sometimes the fuse is fine and the circuit board blows. So I always have a board on hand. I always have all the parts on hand because I want to keep these going. Winter, it's Maine here. It's winter, it's cold. So I'm going to show you how to do this. And I have the advantage of having a stand and being real comfortable, but you might have to crawl on your floor and play Twister to get to it. But I'm going to show you how to do it. And just have patience. It's not hard to do. It's just you'll be in a difficult position and stuff like that, but it's not hard to do. Just calm down and focus, and you can do this. Save yourself some money. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're gonna get started. So I don't like the noise that this combustion motor is making. I'm gonna take it out. I'm going to I gotta first take off the fan blade. And my goal here is to salvage the fan blade if I can, because we can reuse the fan blade. And as far as that motor's not bad. So I'm going to keep it on hand in case a stove goes out and I need a motor. I can put it in. At least I have something. So if the motor's not that bad, just put it aside. You might have an emergency. I don't want to freeze. Okay, I took the ash pan out of that. I'm going to get a tighter shot. Okay, here we go. We have our ash pan removed. We're going to put that up. If this don't go up with your finger, take something heavy like a cat's paw. Give it a tap. Careful not to bend anything. Mine's all ready. It's all lubed up and all that. So it's all set. Pull this out like so. You got your fan blade in there. There's a set screw. There's a set screw there. My light's kind of flickering. There's a set screw that we got to take out, and a lot of times that set screw is seized in there. So we're going to take this, the eighth inch Allen wrench, and you can see it's bent. I've taken out many of these, and what you want to do is, sometimes that hole is clogged too. So what you can do there, you can take your pick. Take your pick that out. Make sure that's clean so that what I do is I'll set this in there. I'll put this on top. I'll carefully set this in there. You don't want to bend that blade. Okay. Take the pick. Pick out any debris. Okay. Got some PB blaster. Got some PB blaster right there. So we're going to put a shot in there. Oh, get in the right spot. Let that sit. Now, What you can do is you can let that sit for a long time. I'm not, because we got to get this done. So what I'm going to do, come in here, I'm going to hold this. I'm going to get this in there really good. So yeah, you pull it, you're going to turn it towards the, to the right. Good. Now mine's loose. If it's not loose, what you do is you put a little strain on it this way, a little strain on it that way, like tighten it, loosen it, tighten it. And you do that for a while. Sometimes you can work this thing free, okay? Not all the time, but if you're patient, sometime. I really like to save the fan blade if I can. I know it's $20 or whatever it is. I like to save the fan blade. Then I put never seize on this little set screw. Okay, so I got that. I got that all set. Now, a lot of times these things won't pop out either. So, PB blaster is good. Keep that lubricated. Then I can just put that there. I can take the hammer and tap, tap, tap a little bit. I can tap, tap, tap. It's moving. Okay. I'm going to grab my vice grip. I'm going to grab my vice grip, put my vice grip on it ever so carefully. Good. Just back and forth. There. Now, that's doubtful yours is going to come off that easy. But like I said, lube it up with the PB blaster, go back and forth. I already had this thing off, so I have the advantage. This is a 5-inch double-sided blade. Okay, how do we know that? Okay, 5-inch double paddled blade, and that's like on all the P series and some other stoves, the 5-inch double paddle. So we can save this, but since I'm going to sell the stove, I'm going to put on a new blade, but I'm going to save this for my stoves. Okay, just so the person that buys the stove can see it with a new blade and all that. We'll set that aside. We're going to wire brush inside here. Wire brush. You're going to need a loose crap. It's in there. Okay. Take your vacuum. Okay, now we're going to spin it around. We're going to loosen the screws on the motor. All right, we're going to take the 5/16. We're going to loosen these. Okay, people, here we go. Here's your motor. There's the motor that we want to change. Let's assume that you couldn't get your fan blade off. You couldn't turn that set screw. Well, I'm going to tell you what to do next. Okay, guys, so you couldn't get that set screw off. Your blade's still on there. You might be a little bit frustrated. Not to worry. What you got to do, Sawzall. Sawzall with a metal blade. Make sure you have a long enough blade to do what we're going to do here. Okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to cut the shaft from the back. It's easy access to it. All right. You want to be careful when you do this. This is how you do it. Put it like that, and you saw off that shaft. I don't have to do it, so I'm not going to do it, but that's what you would do. Saw off that shaft, and just only saw off the shaft. Leave these bolts in here. Okay, don't take these out first. Leave them in. If the fan blade don't come off, cut the shaft, and then we'll take off these. I use a small socket set here I got from Harbor Freight. I know Harbor Freight sometimes get a lot of cheesy stuff, but hand tools it normally alright. And we're going to find the right one. No, I should know. And I got it right here. 11/30 seconds. 11/30 seconds. So we're going to take our 11/30 seconds. I'm going to try it with the hand driver. That's a little tight. So I'm going to go with I'm going to go with this. Okay, break it. Yep, that broken. And the other one back here. Okay, I got them broke. I gotta get in here with the driver. Take these off. Save your nuts. Don't lose them. Okay. That one, the whole thing's turning. Alright, you guys, once in a while you'll have one that won't turn. There's, on the opposite side, it's just flat. What I do is I feel around, I put my finger on it, I open the door, and usually get it like that. Alright, so I'm going to get this last little bolt here, and I'm going to just put my finger on it. There's really not much you can do here. I just put my finger on it. I'm going to get it on here. Put my finger on it. Hopefully that's going to be enough to stop it from turning. And you know, it's not. It's not. It's still turning. Oh, here it goes. It's a little bugger. So you might encounter this. They're going to come out from inside. That's what they look like. They're flat. They're flat on this side, so there's not much to hold them in. Okay, so I got both of them out here. I just got this one that we're dealing with. So I just keep on messing around with this. Alright, let's try this. Let's carefully put some pressure on this with the cat's paw. Cat's paw behind it. Got that. That worked. That worked. Wipe the dirt. That little bugger out again. That's it. It's got a flat tip on it. Nothing to grab onto it. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you the other motor first. Alright, people. This is the motor. This motor I'm going to replace it with. I bought this on Amazon. Okay, now this don't come with a cord. It just comes with the connectors. One right there. No, one right here. That's the ground. That's the ground. So we're going to have to put female spade connectors on here, which we can cut those wires off, and we can put connectors on them. That's what I'm going to do. Or you can replace the whole wire. I don't feel the need to do that. I'm going to take this blade off. This is a single-sided blade, and I don't have anything that takes these single-sided blades, so I'll probably just toss this. A lot of times when you buy these motors on Amazon, unless you're getting them from somewhere where it's, you know, the original parts or something like that, these will be in metric, these little buggers. So I have a set of metric Allen wrenches too. So let's take this one off. We don't need this plate here, but the motor's basically the same. The mounts and stuff are the same, so it's going to go in there. So let's take this one apart. Let's, these should be the same. Oh, and they're not. They're metric too. Okay, but we're not going to use these flat ones. We might save them though. Yeah, so let's get the proper tools and we'll do that. There, I think I broke it. Okay. Okay. Take that out. Keep it or toss it. It's I'm going to toss it. It's only a single-sided one. Okay, now I'm going to take this off. We're going to use the just the 8 millimeter. Put this back together. 8 millimeter. Okay, take these off. Okay, so there's your motor. There's the rubber mounts. That's important. We're going to put it back together, and then we're going to do the. Actually, let's find some spade connectors that's going to work with this. All right, people. We found some spade connectors. And they fit on here like that. Okay. So let's get to it. Oh yeah, let's take this off, because the other one we can just bolt right on, just with this screw here. It's a long screw. Just take that off. Put that back on. Okay, for the ground on this one, we're going to take this off. We'll put that right on the other one. It's going to be a long one too. Nope. It's a shorty. Nope, it's a long one. I'll get the little lock washer. We'll try to save this motor in case I could use it again. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do in these two, I'm going to clip these. I'm going to leave a little bit of wire on them because in case I want to put another connector on them. Like that. I'm going to be careful, take this zip tie off like that. And then we got this. You take that off. Okay. It's like another long one too. Bugger. Put that back. Okay, so we have that. If we wanted to put connectors on there, we could. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to cut that insulation back without cutting these wires, so we can put some connectors on these wires. It's probably going to help to cut this to warm this up real nice with the heat gun. I bet that's going to cut a lot better. Takes a while. No, I don't want a lot of blade. Just a little bit. Yeah, I do it like that. Okay. Got this insulation off. Okay, what you do, you want to inspect the wires. Make sure you can cut through them with a knife. We don't want any shorts or anything. Definitely don't want that. Just grazed it right there. It's not bad. Okay, we got the strippers. We're going to strip down a little bit of wire. We don't need a lot. We don't need a lot for these connectors. Okay. Like that. I'll go like that. Okay. Twist these up. Twist these up with your fingers. Okay. Carefully put on the spade connector, female spade connector. Just kind of turn it on like that. Make sure that it's all in there. Got the crimpers right here. That's for non-coating, and that's for coating like this plastic right here, so we'll use that. Make sure that wire's in there. Really give it a good crimp. As hard as you can. Like that. Then give it a little test. Oh, and that didn't work. That didn't work. So we'll put a new one on. Hopefully it will crimp that better. Crimp that better. Try that. Give a little pull test. It's not bad. That's on there. Don't pull it too much. Okay, now we're gonna put back in the motor. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these. We're gonna put them in through the back here. I'm just feeling around. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna put the motor. When you put the motor back on, you can be aware where these terminals are at. So I think this might work for us just like that. You want these little metal pieces in here too. These little metal pieces that go in the rubber part. So it's kind of like a little trick to get it all in there, but you can do it. You can do it. Okay. Try this again. Remember, you're on a floor and everything. So if you can reach back here, put your fingers on each one of these. You got long fingers. Okay, I do. Yeah, okay. Put this in there. Line these up carefully. Put the screw on. The nut. And then again, sometimes these are going to want to come out and back. It's just a really fun thing to do. That's not supposed to be fun. It's just the way it is. Okay, I got that one started. And that little metal thing came out of this one. I can put that back on. Okay. Can take this driver, tighten this up. Just tighten one up a little, tighten the other one up a little, just kind of go around like that. Okay, now I got the third one on. Tighten this up. And I got my thumb on the back. You don't have to over tighten them, just nice and snug. Nice and snug. Okay, like that. That's good. Okay, now we're gonna put the ground on here. Where was the ground? It's right here. Okay. And you come back here. This don't matter which one you put, the black or the white one. Put these on real nice like that. Put that on. Now we're going to put on the fan blade. Okay guys, last thing that we need to do is put on the new fan blade. Again, 5-inch double paddled fan blade. We're going to take off the set screw and I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize. This is the thread lubricant. It's the high temp copper. Okay, you don't need much of this either. Okay guys, what I learned, this Amazon fan blade, the set screw is like a star. It's not like your regular Allen wrench. So my Allen wrenches won't fit it. So I put in the set screw of the other one, which is an Allen wrench. So I guess I gotta buy some more tools. So take this out like that. Open this up. In fact, there's a little bit right there. We don't need much. Just a dab. Just a little bit. Okay. Put this set screw in ever so nicely. Okay, now there's a flat side on here. I'm going to keep the flat side up, or the flat side goes where the set screw is. Just going to push that on. You don't want to push it all the way on. You don't want it all the way out. You want it kind of like in the middle of its range. Okay, careful. You got to tension it down. Make sure you don't bend the blade. Just carefully tension it like that. There we go. Spin it with your finger. Make sure it's not hitting anything. All right. Finally, we're going to put this part back in. That. Put this down. We're going to turn it on. We're going to listen to it. All right, people. We're going to put it on test. No, actually, we don't have to put it on test. We'll put it like we're starting the stove so we can listen to that combustion motor. Let's hope this sounds better than the old one. Yep, and it does. Sounds much better. Perfect. All right, thank you.